This is another short video of the Collins Gold Dust Twins. That's the KWS-1 transmitter, 75A4 receiver, and the 428A-1 power supply. Just almost completed the final alignment of this transmitter. One or two snags, which is preventing it being completed. First of all, neutralization. I found the neutralization to be a little bit touchy. I managed to get the first two alignments completed for the neutralization. That's the driver grid and plate neutralization. That was a very touchy adjustment. And the driver 80-meter neutralization on the driver stage. That adjustment's under the chassis, which is a bit awkward, so I had to flip the rig to do that. And I found that neutralization capacitor almost ineffective. It had very little effect at all on the output as it stays here. So I left it in roughly the same position as I found it. That should be okay. I didn't detect any instability during the alignment anyway, so I think it's okay. And the last neutralization adjustment is a slider on the PA stage, and well, the last one I can do without the PA tubes being powered up, that is. And I'll just show you what that adjustment actually is. It's just a little hokey type of mechanical arrangement, which is not particularly good, and it doesn't fully work. And I've read somewhere that this is a common problem with these transmitters. So let's take the plate cover off, and the neutralization capacitor is this little piece of metal on an insulator. And the idea is you loosen the screws and you move this up and down and adjust the capacitance between this and the anodes of the two output tubes, the 4CX250Bs. And unfortunately I ran out of space running it up here. So I took one of the screws out, so it's now just got the bottom screw in that insulator. So it gave a little bit more adjustment, and that helped a bit. And actually took this screw out as well and tried moving it up, just holding the insulator with another insulated tool, and I couldn't really get it any further neutralization. So it's at the minimum point there, at the highest point in the slot. So I think that's probably as good as it gets. That neutralization adjustment is done without the tubes being high voltage being applied to the tubes. The heaters are on, but there's no high voltage being applied to them. The one neutralization I couldn't do is the grid plate neutralization, which actually no, it's the driver grid cathode neutralization. Needs the plate voltage on and the transmitter pumping out about 1 kilowatt on 15 meters, and I come to a dead halt there because the blower in the power supply gave up the ghost this morning. It ran for about a half hour, noisy as it was. I put a pair of sound cancelling headphones on. They didn't completely cancel the noise out, and then I noticed after about half an hour it just stopped. So I investigated, and the motor body was getting really hot with the fan stopped. The fan rotates inside the housing there, so it's not seized. It's a little bit stiffer than I would think, but it's not seized. Anyway, I disconnected the blower because it was getting hot without the motor turning. So there's definitely some serious fault with the blower motor, and without the blower motor on, I can't couple up the plate voltage to the output tubes. Otherwise the tubes would be damaged. They need the airflow through them. But all the other adjustments can be done, including the the driver stage tracking, which I just completed. They can be done without the PA 2 kilovolt supply being on there. So I'm at a bit of an impasse now. I'm not really a electromechanical guy that can fix motors. So I'm going to have a chat with the owner and see what he wants to do. Probably some other possibilities in terms of getting an air supply to the output tubes. The air supply is fed in through this elbow on the back of the rig. It comes into a compartment beneath the two 4CX250Bs, is directed through that ceramic chimneys, and then through the plate slots there, and then the warm air is exhausted through this grill at the back of the transmitter. When the plate's on here, it seals this compartment up. So there we go. That's probably about as far as I can take this rig at the moment. The driver stage tuned up really well. It's actually working on up a 10-meter band at the moment. That's the output from the driver stage into the PA stage. Plenty of drive. It varies a bit between the bands. I'm just switching between the bands now. But generally, they can be adjusted with the carrier level control to get the same drive on each band. Just turning the carrier level control out on the transmitter at the moment. So as far as I know, everything's working great apart from the blower motor and that final step in neutralizing the driver stage. But having said that, I didn't detect any instability on the driver stage when I was doing the tracking, so I think it's probably okay. So now it's just a question of getting some air into that PA compartment. I can fire some watts into this 500 watt dummy load. There we go. Collins Golders twins. Sort of 99% of the way there, hopefully. Oh, I did check the PA tuning and PA loading. As part of the neutralization, you actually adjust these to peak them, and the roller coaster and the tuning capacitors all seem to be working great. So they actually tuned up almost exactly on the where it should be on the tuning chart here, which is great. So there we go. Hopefully I can get the last hurdle jumped shortly. Oh, and one last detail. I just wanted to demonstrate the purity of the signal on CW on the receiver. The receiver is actually tuned to 21.3 on the 15-meter band, and so is the transmitter over here. And just turn the volume up. So I think that sounds good to me. And one last demonstration, just looking at the emission control. It's on cal at the moment because I've been doing the alignments. But if I change it to sideband, the carrier vanishes, which is good. Either upper or lower sideband. Cal is back on again, and if I switch it to AM, carrier remains on, which it should do. CW, it's off because I'm not keying the transmitter at the moment. So that's all seems to be working, and I did manage to get the antenna changeover relay clicking as well, so that seems to be working as good. So it's just the blower to try and deal with and get some air supply to the rig. Another short add-on video to the KWS-1 just to show the antenna relay is working okay. I've got it on AM at the moment, and I'll just operate the press to torque switch. And the same on sideband. I'll try the box. I haven't tried the box yet. Tried it in the workshop. Hello, hello. Yeah, it's working. Just, hello, testing 1, 2, 3. This is testing Vox. Not sure if the timeout's quite right yet. I don't think I'd have it quite as quick as that, but that can be adjusted. And some CW, just try the key out. It's working okay. Alright, so I think that's about as far as I can take it without the blower being functional. I did check the high voltage supply. I disconnected from the rig. It's kind of insulated over here. And I fired the high voltage supply up, and it's giving about 1600 volts, and I was a bit concerned there was something wrong with the rectifiers or something, but what's happened is somebody has altered the taps on the transformer, and they put them on the 1500 volt taps, so you move them to the outside taps and get 2000 volts. So I think the high voltage supply is working great. Alright, there we go, Gold Dust Twins.